The only thing that separates a crime from a tort is that the tort is considered the violation of a legal right that belongs to the whole community as opposed to just an individual, which is pure nonsense in and of itself. So let's just examine a drug case for a moment. Like again, I've got a huge field of marijuana in my backyard. All I'm doing is growing it. I'm not. That's all the stage we're at here right now. And I'm arrested, because they have the helicopter go over the house. They see it. The men, with the flak jackets, the masks. They come in with their machine guns, and they do their bust, and they take all the whatever. And I'm put on trial. Is there legal ground? All I've done is grow marijuana on my property. I'm not growing it on yours. I'm not growing it on my neighbor's. That's all I'm doing. Is there a crime? Well, where's the corpus delecti? Two elements: the fact of injury, loss, or harm. You don't have any loss, injury, or harm, so there is no crime. There cannot be a drug possession crime. There isn't one. So there is no crime for possession of drugs. You could call it a crime, you can legislate it, but that doesn't make it a crime. A crime is a specific thing, corpus delecti. It's an injury with causation. So just because I can call you a child, or even treat you like a child, doesn't make you a child. So it doesn't matter what some exalted legislator calls it. It's not a crime. Neither is not giving identification to a police officer not a crime. Okay? It just isn't. Unless you have those two elements, not a crime. In fact, you can even look up the definition of crime. It's something that it has to cause an injury. That's just the way it is. So, to recap, I think what's important is to get this information out, get it to your friends, neighbors, especially somebody who may be involved in a drug case. But don't count on your attorney or their attorney bringing this information in. They make their life blood. I mean, they make their living. They're going to be retiring by putting people or by helping to put people in prison. So they're probably very reluctant to bring this down and say, oh, it doesn't apply to a drug case. Show me where it doesn't apply. How could it not? The government was created was established to protect and maintain individual rights. If you're operating under the Constitution, I think that would apply. But you see, there's the rub. It's got nothing to do with the Constitution. This is just all sick rhetoric. Make you think that they're there to do these things. They're not. They absolutely are not. So a judge is not going to, or a defense attorney, definitely, well, maybe a defense attorney, but definitely not a judge. Is not going to say, well, Mr. Prosecutor, I got to admit this is a zealous prosecution. I don't like this individual any more than you do, but I don't see a corpus delecti here. According to the Supreme Court, which I'm supposed to follow, there's got to be two elements here. Occurrence of an unlawful injury, I don't see an injury, so I don't see a crime here. And imagine people getting educated who are on a jury saying, excuse me, you got a wonderful system here. It's such a fantastic system of justice. You have to threaten the jurors to actually come in. Yeah, that's right. You go to jail if you don't show up for jury duty. It's such a wonderful thing. Such a great system. But be that as it may, since I'm here, sir, I don't see a corpus delecti here. Why are you wasting my time? I could be at work. I could be at home eating cereal. I could be doing anything else than being in this courtroom. Why are we here when there's no corpus delecti? This should have been thrown out immediately. That's what needs to happen. Jurors actually saying, wait just a minute here. So this is why prohibition was eventually repealed, because people wouldn't convict. So to sum up and close, there's no crime unless somebody's rights are involved and that there's been damage caused. You violated someone's legal rights and you caused damage. You've got to have those two things. Just like I said in People v. Lopez, in every prosecution for crime it is necessary to establish the corpus delecti, i.e. the body or elements of the crime. You don't have the damage, you don't have a crime, period. Doesn't matter how against drugs you are. And I don't think anybody should take drugs. I don't even take aspirin or an ibuprofen or anything. That's not the point. The point is, you want to prosecute someone for a crime, there has to be a crime. And my name is Mark Stevens. Website is Adventures in Legal Land. And remember, if government was actually there and they were interested in protecting your life, liberty, and property, they wouldn't be the first ones to threaten to take it away from you.